Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Eddie's finished getting tips from the table in this section, and as he head to the next booth, and saw Katie sitting there. What are you doing here? What's your intention towards Jennifer? First of all, my life is none of your business, so why don't you back the hell off? Shoot, but Jennifer's a really good mate of mine. Really? And you expect me to believe that? You don't have to, because you're not going out with her. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Witch Manor in Dustin's room, Dustin's sitting in bed on his iPad. To Michelle came and knocked on his door, and Dustin looked up and saw his mom there. Can we talk, please? Sure. You mind if I come in? It's your house. And as Michelle came in and went and sat at the foot of Dustin's bed facing her son. Your father and I want to know the reason to why you don't want Michael, because he's not a part of our family. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Carly's sitting at a table reading the news of Taya's recent arrest on her iPad. To Bobby came and sat at her table. I think I know what you're reading. They can't prove what. It seems my mom is paying again. And as Carly turned the iPad off and put it on the table. And this time, obstruction of justice? Seriously? Clearly, there's gotta be more to the story. Yeah, there is. And as Vanessa came to the table, and Carly and Bobby saw her. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Witch Manor in the living room, Scott's writing a note to Annie. And as Annie came in, and Scott saw her, and as he got up, Annie, I hope this isn't a bad time. No, I was actually gonna go find you, and as Scott came to where Annie is, let me save you the trouble. I am so sorry for not telling you about your grandfather. You had every right to know, Annie. We were past that. No, we're not. I see how angry you were when you found out I lied to you. Why are you telling me this? Because I love you, you idiot. I always have, and I'll be damned to walk away now. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Aaron's working on paperwork. Till Will came in, and Aaron looked up and saw him. What's going on? What's going on? And as Will closed the door and turned and faced Aaron. Kristen lied to me, and she knew exactly how I was gonna react. Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's in surgery with Michael holding her hand, with Gwen being Kristen's midwife. All right, Kristen, just bear with me and we'll get this baby out in no time. I'm right here beside you. And as Kristen looked at Michael, thank you. I needed that. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in the hallway, Lawrence heading to Jesse's apartment and arrived and about to get the door, but her iPhone rings. And she got it and saw it's Jennifer and answered it. Hey Jen, Lauren, can I talk to you? Yeah, where are you? I'm at my flat. I'll be right over right away. And as Lauren headed to Jennifer's apartment and arrived and knocked on the door. And as Jennifer got it, and as they both hung up, what's up? Come in. And as Lauren came in, with Jennifer closing the door, and as they faced each other, I did a bad thing. How bad, Jennifer? How bad is it? Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Witch Manor in Emily and Kyle's bedroom, Emily and Kyle are slow dancing. I can't tell you how good it feels to be with you. Same here, which is why I have something to tell you. And as Kyle has a flashback of his encounter with Jesse. What the hell are you playing at? I want you to back off. I did no! You told my wife to be careful. Same as interference. Look, I apologize for that. Too late for that. And now it's time for you to pay. And as Kyle revealed the million ring, and Jesse saw, no way. It can't be that item. I'm glad you're familiar with this thing. And now you're gonna see what it can really do. And its million ring began to glow brightly. And as the flashback ends, what is it? how do you feel about getting away on a holiday? Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm game if you are. And as Emily and Kyle begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Katie and Eddie are talking. What are you playing at? Telling me who or who I can't be with? I just know the kind of guy you are. You just aren't gonna let what happened go, are you? This isn't about us. Then tell me, what the hell is it, Katie? Jennifer, out of all the girls on the planet, really? Listen to me when I say this. What I do and who I be with isn't any of your damn business. So why don't you do yourself a favor and do one? Why should I? When you clearly didn't give a damn when you cheated me with Charity. I'm done talking to you. And as Eddie turned and walked away, but Katie grabbed his arm before moving. Wrong, my friend, because I'm not done with you by a long shot. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Rich Manor in Dustin's room, Michelle and Dustin are talking. Clearly, you don't mean that, Mom. I don't even know the guy. But you're so quick to judge him, right? I'm not judging him. But you and Dad taught that trust needs to be earned. And right now, finding out that Michael is your son so fast seemed a bit not too rushed, but a little bit convenient for me. Look, your father and I also raised you both well enough to I get it, Mom. I do. Sharon and I are thankful for all the things you did to us. Your dad and I were hurting when we lost your brother that night. Have you forgotten about? No, of course I haven't. Damon will always be with us in spirit, but we're talking about Michael. Michael is my son, and that feeling I had, knowing I could have spent more time, Mom, the last thing my sister and I want is for you to get hurt. Now, what if what? What if this is some trick that the Collins concocted to mess up your brain, not to mention torture you? Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Carly and Bobby are surprised by Vanessa's arrival. Can you do one? You did this, didn't you? To ensure that my mom wrong. I'm just stating the obvious facts that your mom likes to interfere in matters that don't concern her, just like her best mate Karen, and for whatever reasons, I'm not responsible for what happened to her. You expect us to believe? Clearly, I don't give a damn at all. I just came to tell you she'll pay for her role for trying to kill me. But she didn't kill you. I know. That's why it's called attempted murder. My husband overheard her friends and me, and then there's his sister, the doctor who also gave her statement, not to mention my best mate and my sister. We get it. My mom don't stand a chance at all. Something we can both agree on, because when she's convicted, she's gonna lose everything she has. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Rich Manor in the living room, Annie and Scott are talking. Wow, he seems surprised by it. Actually, I'm not, seeing that I've been thinking about you a lot, despite the fact that you're joined. Really, Scott? You actually think I was gonna fulfill the family legacy? Well, a lot has happened. Yeah, it has. And it's kinda hard, Annie. I know about your parents' death, and I'm sorry. I know. I just don't know if I can do this by myself at all. Hey, and as Scott hugged Annie, you're not alone in this. I'm your husband, and we're gonna get through this one day at a time. And as they pull away, about that, I was kind of wondering if you and I can start fresh with our marriage. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Aaron and Will are talking. So Kristen can only have one child, and she's choosing to do a C-section. Yeah, worst of all, we didn't even discuss it. She just went ahead and decided. You think there's more to this? Of course there is, and it has Michael's name written all over it. I don't get it. What's he got to do? Because he was there with her. Although I didn't see him, I know he was there in the closet, listening in our conversation, trying to convince his ex-wife, oh wait, his wife, that a C-section is the right thing to do. What are you gonna do about it? There's nothing I can do, but I am not gonna let Michael get away with his games. He needs to accept the fact that Kristen is with me, not him. Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's in surgery with Michael holding her hand, while the midwife went in the other doctors are performing the C-section on Kristen. You can do this. Just remember when you gave birth to our first daughter. Yeah, bit different, not exactly. You have everyone you care right beside you. Thank you. It's the rest of my family. Sharon, Tyler, Jeff, and Gloria are here. Also, Casey and Richard are on their way as we speak. Mom and Dad, who are also on the way. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay, I promise you. Thank you, Michael. Alright, Kristen, get ready for that final push. Ready? Yeah. Push. You can do it. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Jennifer's apartment in the living room, Jennifer and Lauren are talking. Come on, Jennifer. It can't be that bad. Yeah, it is. And if anyone finds out, it could destroy them. Okay, what can I do? I want to do a one-on-one session. And I'm not talking about a consultation. Alright, this is officially a session where whatever you tell me won't leave these four walls and stay in confidence. Okay. Something happened between me and Julian at the musical send-off. What happened between you two? I was the last one who found out my granddad died. And Julian, well, he was happened to been there and we were together. And Jennifer, please tell me you didn't do what I think you did. You did, didn't you? Yeah, it was very unexpected, but we made love in Julian and Woman's limousine. More importantly, if anyone finds out what we did, well, you know the rest. Meanwhile, in Jesse and Lauren's flat in the living room, Jesse's lying unconscious on the floor, who's really in the shadow realm. Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Rich Manor in Emily and Kyle's bedroom, Emily and Kyle are making out. And as they pull away, I was thinking about what? We put our daughter in protective custody to keep her safe from the Collins. Yeah. I was thinking maybe you and I should get her and Victor so we can raise them together as a family. You really want that? Of course. I want you and I to be proud parents and not let anyone stand in our way. Okay. We better get started. I've called Shannon. Soon, you and I are gonna be one step closer to getting everything we desire. I like the sound of that. I thought you would. Now, let's get back to this, and as they continue to make out. And as Kyle led Emily back to the bed, which they got on, and as Emily pulled Kyle's shirt off, and as Kyle did the same thing to Emily, and as Kyle got on top of Emily and began making passionate love towards Emily. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Katie and Eddie are talking while Katie got Eddie's arm. Let me go, Katie. And as Katie let go of Eddie's arm. You and I have gone our separate ways, so why don't we keep it like that? I know that. Then you don't want me to throw a wrench in your so-called romance with Chad. Chad and I are in a serious relationship right now. Then go be with him and stop hassling me and let me make myself clear to you. Do not come back here trying to interfere with my life. Fine, but I'm quite certain Jennifer's family will be telling the same thing I did. That's different. They don't know what happened between us, which I'm confident it'll stay like that. Fine, and as Katie's iPhone beeps, and she got it and saw it's a text from Chad. You better go. Chad's probably wondering to where you are right now. And as Katie turned and went and left the diner. Meanwhile, at the Everglades Rich Manor in Dustin's room, Michelle and David are talking. Dustin, I trust that feeling I have. Remember, your father ran a DNA test. You know what? He can run as many DNA tests as possible. Michael is a good charm, meaning they have money and lots of resources at their fingertips. They did not rig the test, I promise. Now please, Michael will be moving in soon. What? He's moving here? Are you messing? No. Your father and I are asking you insurance. Please make an effort to get to know him. You know what? I'll do it. Only for you. I'll try to make an effort. That's all I ask. Don't expect miracles to happen. I know. As long as you sit to try, that's all that matters. I'll see you later. And as Michelle got up and went and left Justin's room. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Carly, Vanessa, and Bobby are talking. Do you mind leaving? I'm trying to have a conversation with my husband. Oh, now it's private? Which is it? Oh wait, did I strike a nerve? You heard her. Do one or I'll have you removed. That's cute. You think your money and power get you everything? It's enough to get you out of our lives. Too bad, cause I'm not going anywhere to Taya pays. And although she may be soon on bail, rest assured her freedom won't last for long. Excuse me. And as Vanessa turned and walked away. And as Carly faced Bobby. Ooh, I can't stand that twisted cow at all. Hey, don't let her get to you. You're right. We have pressing matters like getting those bogus charges on her dropped. Come on. And as Bobby got up. Where are we going? I have an idea. And as Carly also got up and left with Bobby. And as they went past Vanessa, who's at the condiment table. And as she thinking while watching Carly and Bobby left the cafe. Get as much as defense you want, Taya. Too bad it'll all be in vain. Meanwhile, at the Oceanside Rich Manor in the living room, Annie and Scott are talking. You really want us to start fresh? Yeah. I hate the fact of keeping a secret from Aaron and you from Rachel. We both hurt the people we care about, and now we can't let those mistakes get in the way. That's why we should make our marriage count by a new slate. I'm game if you are. All the way. And as Annie and Scott begin making out for each other. And pull away. Is your room available? Why, yeah, it is. Come on. In fact, and as Scott pick his wife up and hold her in his arms. Nice. And as Scott carry Annie out of the living room and head upstairs. And as he walked down the hall towards his room and went in and closed the door and put Annie down. And as he continued to make out with Scott leading Annie towards his bed. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Aaron and Will are talking. Do you think Tristan's having his baby instead of yours? Dude, I don't even know how far she is with his or mine, but knowing Michael, I gotta say, his child's more far along than mine. Wow, turning pregnancy apart from one another. It's kinda tricky, mate. Yeah, and Gwen told me she could only carry one, seeing that his already in. Yeah, that is part of the predicament. All I know is, I'm not losing her to Michael at all. I agree with you. The question is the matter, what's your game plan? Meanwhile, in Kristen's room, Kristen's in surgery with Michael holding her hand, while Gwen and the other doctors continue performing the C-section on Kristen. And as the baby came out crying, with Kristen laying back down. You did it. I knew you would. Congratulations. It's a girl. And as Gwen came to where Kristen is, with their newborn daughter, and as she presented to her what she got. She's so precious. Yeah, she is. Michael, phone camera, now. I got it. And as Gwen got her iPhone out and did a selfie picture of him, Kristen, along with their newborn baby girl. I'll send you the picture to both your phones. Thank you. In the meantime, we'll give you two some privacy. And as Gwen and the nurses all turn and head out. Gwen, and as Gwen stopped and turned and faced Kristen and Michael. Thank you. And as Gwen turned and went and left the room, closing the door. And as Michael and Kristen begin to bond with their newborn baby girl. She has my eyes. Yeah, she does. What is it? Does Gwen know about our plans? Speaking of which, I've spoken to her this morning. Though she was reluctant at first, she ultimately agreed. Good. We gotta make certain that Will never finds out about his baby at all. Meanwhile, at the obligated apartment and Jennifer's apartment in the living room, Jennifer and Lauren are talking. Wow, really, Jennifer? I cannot believe you did that. That's our cousin's husband, I know. But when you think about it, Julian and I had history way before Wilma came into his life. I get that, but things are different wrong. After what he told me what she did, she was better off with anyone than him. She pushed him away at the funeral and been distant ever since he lied to her about hiring 2 kids to pose as their own. I'm quite certain Julian had his own reasons for whatever they are. It's wrong to play God with people's lives. And you think by sleeping with your ex-husband isn't a big deal? You promise not to tell all. I won't, at least for now. Look, I gotta go. And as Lauren and Jennifer both got up, a word of advice. Please be careful, because I know what you told me isn't gonna be a one-off. I know it's start an affair as you know it, and we both know what happens when secrets come out. Thank you. And as Lauren and Jennifer head to the door, and as Lauren stopped and turned and faced Jennifer, I'm your mate, and I'll be there for you whenever you need me. And as Jennifer has another flashback of her and Julian making love, and as the flashback ends, you're thinking about him, are you? I thought you have somewhere to be. I do. Let me know if you need anything. And as Lauren went and left the flat, and as Jennifer thinking, I hope my date with Eddie can help me get through this. Meanwhile, in Jesse's apartment, as Lauren opened the door and came in and closed the door, and she turned and saw the contents of the flat. Honey, I'm home. And as Lauren began to walk through the living room, I am looking forward for us fixing our marriage. And as Lauren suddenly saw Jesse on the ground, Jesse! And as Lauren ran to where he is and got down and tried CPR on her husband. Come on. Come on. And as Lauren put her finger on Jesse's neck and felt a pulse, and as she let go and got her iPhone out and dialed 911. Hello? Yeah, I need an ambulance. I came here and found my husband on the ground, possibly unconscious. Look, I'm a doctor from the Los Angeles International Hospital. Okay, please hurry. And as Lauren hung up, and as she looked at Jesse, hang in there. And as she thinking, who on earth could have done something like this? Meanwhile, at the Wheaton Ridge Manor in Emily and Kyle's bedroom, Emily is still making love to Kyle. Soon, Kyle turned Emily over, and as he began to make sweet love to Emily, who's unaware of the turn of events,